All right, all right. I'm just gonna start off where I left off here. This one's gonna be a little quicker, I promise. I seemingly can't make a video under 20 minutes, which is sad. I just want to get my point across, and I get better at explaining what I'm doing. And I'm only gonna truly make videos when I see something or when I'm trying to explain what I'm doing, so maybe it can help others. So anyway, so we're gonna now move on to. Before I get to the V-Tracks, I'm going to show you something else here. Another thing I do is I look at how I convert um, my numbers, okay, or also pairs. See, now I'm just showing it to you on Lotto because this is where I used to do it, but lately I've been doing it over here on over here because it's all on one page. So what I would do for you who know me from over there, where I used to do over here, I'd just go to Minnesota, continue for anybody who doesn't have the Pick 3-4 site, which I do recommend because there's a lot of free stuff, but the paid membership is like not that much, and you get access to like all these filters. And like I said, I don't get paid to say that. I'm only saying it because it works. If it didn't work, I'd friggin' wouldn't talk about it. I wouldn't be on here. It's not how I am. I never like that. So anyway, so I just want to show you here. So okay, now let me show you something really cool here first with this AnyBox. If you go to AnyBox, and you can do this on Pick 3-4 too. I go to all available history, I go to continue, and what's cool about this is it's indiscriminate from the doubles and the singles, okay, which is kind of nice. So what I'm going to look at now is the times drawn again, okay, and as you can see here, you're going to look at that first digit. That's what I always look at when it comes to this, okay. You'll notice that that 6 dominates, and the reason why the 6 dominates is because, well, there's a ton of them, right? All the way down to right here, because this 597 would still, if it turned to 598, would still be a 59. So it's still 5 on the front. We only want those, so it really doesn't leave that many out, to be honest with you. So, but that's why I said like you can back up your time period, because back in like June or so, it was actually a really good time period because the 6s were only down to like about right here. So I left out all those and it was still dominating. But like I said, like what I could do is you look at this and you'd be like, all right, I think there's going to be a 5 because the 5 hasn't hit in a while. And really, actually, no, there's not. See, I haven't looked at this in a while. There isn't really that many 5s. You go to here. So I wouldn't even, I mean, yeah, there's only that many of them. So if you think a 5 is going to hit, you could just play those pairs because it will eventually hit. But I'm just going to get out of that because it's not really showing much. You have to back up that time. So what I would do is I'd go to like front pair box, for instance, okay? And I would do what did I used to do? Even crazy conservative 7 days, which that's too crazy conservative. See, that's where I do like a 2 draw state like Wisconsin. So this one here, I'd back that up. I'd back it up to like, let's go back just a little bit. Let's go back another week or so. Okay, now that gives us a little bit better number. And see what I would do is I'd look at these times drawn. The 2 is just drawn too, so good chance that tomorrow will come from up here. So when it comes to the front pair box, great chance that that will come from tomorrow will come from this. Okay. Could it be a 2? Sure. Could even be a 3. One of these could turn, but the odds are against that, and it'll probably be another 1 for another few days before another 2 is drawn, but could be wrong on that. But that's just one of the things I do. And like I said, over here it's a lot easier now because you can just watch this. So we're going to do that over here. Now, this is one of my main things I do. So once I get my box numbers like I showed you, right, in the thing over here, once I get these box numbers, I can take these box numbers. I'm not really done with them because I'm not done doing what I was doing. I'm going to do more filtering and stuff, but I'm going to take these right now and I'm going to drop them into the universal conversion tool. I'm going to transfer them. I'm going to convert them to straight. So now it took those 10 entries that I just added and it gave me 60 straights. Okay. So now I'm going to take these 60 straights, and this is how I get that front or that back pair. And not only does it give me the front or back pair, it gives me the straight. All right. This is what's cool. So, this is only if I really feel like I have the leg up on a straight. If I don't, and I can't really pinpoint it through filtering, because like I always will come over here and I'll look at like what's due in the A position, what's due in the B, what's due in the C, and like currently right now I think B 5 is yellow. That should hit pretty soon here. So that one it would push me maybe to check these out to see like which one has a 5 in it. There's only 2 that have a 5 in it, right? So like I said, I'm gonna do a little bit more filtering too, but let's just say that we got these numbers, we put them in a conversion tool, and now we're gonna bring them over to, I'm just gonna bring them into now I keep 2 slashers open. I keep this one open for boxed, and then I keep a workshop open, which is nice too, because you can put your numbers in here, like those straights these are the straights, right, that I just converted. I can compress them back to boxed if I wanted to, or I could do all straights. I could switch them to V-tracks, which is very useful. You can see what's going on there. You can do mirrors. You can do, bring them back. There's so much you can do. But I keep one of these open that is for not boxed. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in there. And I'm going to do select numbers. Remember, I'm not doing boxed. This one over here is when I do boxed on. And I just do that because it's easier. Sometimes I have them boxed. I have some open and boxed, and I don't want to clear this out. So, I just add another window to my endless supply of windows. It's kind of ridiculous. And I have a whole nother section over here that's all pick 4 stuff. So, yeah, make sure your computer can handle all that. So anyway, so let's put these numbers into here now. Those straights that we converted. All right, now we're sitting at how many straights we got? We got 60 straights. There's a good chance that tomorrow's winner is in here for Minnesota. If it's a single, and remember, a 1 has to turn to a 2. That's the key. A 1 has to turn into a 2, right? But it's possible. It's very possible. I feel likely too, because the 2 is dominating for that middle section there, and it hasn't hit. So I think there's a good chance if it's a single tomorrow, I'm hoping for that too. If not, the next day, because I'm going to play small enough numbers, it's not a big deal to lose, because hopefully I can get those bigger wins now, converting it, right? And I also will take these over to Lotto odds sometimes, and over there I can see a lot over there, which I can show you too. But this is really cool. So I'm kind of getting squirrel brained here, not thinking straight here. What am I thinking? What am I doing? Okay, I put those over here. Okay, here we go. So, so now what I do, I come over here, and now we are going to look for, when you do front pair, same thing as AB, as far as I know. Everything, it's the same thing. So I'm just going to do pair AB, but we got to make sure you put this to straight. That's very important, because we're not looking for anything other than straight. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 9. 90 days is my sweet spot that I like for doing this. Okay. Now there's risk in here. Believe me, I've been screwed, but I've got it too. I've got it doing this. So I've got this a few times now, and it feels really good because you realize, man, the patterns really work. It's cool. And there was one time it was 408, and I had it wrote down. I matched up the AB and the BC. I was excited. I got over to Minnesota, and I forgot my notepad at home, and I couldn't remember what it was, and I played the wrong one. And I was like pretty stoked on that. It was like right around, I think, Thanksgiving or something, and I missed it though. But so anyway, so here, see, 90 days, no sort, very important, most recent drawn. And we're going to look at this. We're going to say 3, 3, 1, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, right? So what I'm looking for typically at that 90 days is at 1, because that 1 normally is what dominates. But yeah, so it's not really that showing me that much. I would like it to have this is what I like right here. See this 3, 2, 2, 2, and then a 1 hit. You see that? 3, 2, 2, 2. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 days in a row without a 1. That's when I would be like, oh man, a 1's going to drop. See, that's what I'm doing. But see, now if it doesn't show me anything, and this is what's nice about other than over here, because you have to go back and stuff to do it. You can do it all right here on the page. I keep going to the wrong one. All right, you can just switch it right over to BC and see what's going on in the BC department. So this one just dropped 2 1s on me. So, I don't like it. I mean, I could sit here and try to go for 2 or 3, but I don't like it. And see, now if I don't like it, the other time, you can sit here and mess with the time periods and try to find one that works. I like that 90 days, and I like the 7 years. I've gotten wins off these. So now the 7 years for Minnesota, it's going to be different for every state. I really like to look for that 3 on the front. See that? That 3 likes to drop in there every now and then. See that? And see if it's been out 1, 2, 3. It's been out 3. And then watch 1, 2, 3. A hit. 1, hit, hit, hit. 1, 2, 3. Hit. 1, 2, hit. See that? 1, 2, 3. Hit. See that? And it just that's. So I feel like, okay, if it's going to be a 3 tomorrow, then I'm going to go back to the options by occurrence, and I'm going to keep that. We're doing BC, so I don't screw myself up here. So we're going to do descending, and I'm going to look at, which one was I looking at? Oh, I forgot what I was looking at. Oh, a 30. So I think it's going to be a 30. So then it would have to be right here. A 20. You got to include a 29. Okay, that's very important because that can turn into a 30, right? Now this is for the BC. So if I think it's going to be a 30, a 3, right, tomorrow, then I'm going to take that and I'm going to bring it over to where I just was in that slasher here. And now I'm going to select BC. Okay, pairs BC. Make sure you don't do pairs boxed. I screwed up many times doing this, and I'll be sitting here like, oh man, this is low numbers, and I ended up having it on unselect and just totally picked wrong numbers. Cool if I could win like that, though. You always think, what if I pick everything I don't want? You go to the store and you're like, I'm going to play every number that I didn't pick, because that's typically what happens, right? Anyway, so it doesn't matter all this stuff's in here. It still gives you what you need. It just doesn't recognize all those numbers. So you go ahead and hit it. Boom, look at that. 24 numbers tomorrow. If that BC drops as a 30, and if my numbers are right from that 1 turn into a 2. So, it's calculated. I feel like I've gotten wins off doing this. Is there a good chance tomorrow? I think there's a good chance for this. Now, which one would I be the most interested in? Right there, 056, because that 5 in the middle. I would be interested in that 650. Yep. Or 350. Those are the 3 I'd be interested. So that's a 9 and then a 11. They didn't really show up on my thing, but like I said, sums can be very sporadic, and sometimes they hit like in order, and sometimes they don't. And that 11 does not really do at all. So the 9, I don't think that's do either. I think that just so they're not. I don't know about that then. So that is a little bit iffy to me, but like I said, there's other, like I was thinking, there's other options in here. It doesn't have to be one of those ones. So that 5 can stay out another few days. Okay, so that's how I do it when it comes to time periods and how it comes to picking my front pair or my back pair. It's pretty fun because you can really narrow it down. And I'll do another video tomorrow about the reduction part of it and playing in reverse. And it can be kind of time consuming, but boy, you can really reduce your numbers doing it if you do it carefully. You can really reduce your numbers a lot, but you're rolling some dice on that one. So, and like what I do is I go to like most. I'll just show you a little bit right now. I go to most recent drawn by option. I go to no sort. And then what I do is I look at what was just pulled recently. Okay, like here, let's go to 6 months again. And let's not do 6 months. Here, let's go to numbers. Here, this is straight. Let's do straight. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, let's see if we can find some right now actually and drop it in there. So, okay, we're gonna do no sort, most recent, and you'll see here that, okay, that's not a good time. There's a lot. One is dominating at that, so I'm not gonna pick through that. So we're gonna go to the 1 year mark. So one just hit. Okay, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. No. What I'm trying to do right now is I'm going to show you a reduction part of it. So here, like this one, 2 3s hit. Okay, this isn't necessarily the best example, but 2 3s hit. How often does that hit? Okay, so if you think no 3, if you don't think it's going to be a 3 tomorrow, it could be any other number but a 3. You're going to go to options by occurrence. You're going to go to descending, and you're going to get rid of all these 2s because you don't think it's going to be a 3 tomorrow. You see what I mean? That's just one way of reducing. So I'm going to go, I'll show you what I mean. So I'll take these over to this, and I'll go up here to numbers, and then I'll unselect. I'm going to unselect these numbers because we feel like a 2 is not going to turn into a 3 tomorrow, right? Let's see if it removes anything. Ready? Look at that. Now we're down to 17. Pretty cool, huh? And you can do that numerous times. You don't have to, you're not stuck. You can go, oh my gosh, this goes up to 8 years. Lottery Post does go up like all data, but you don't necessarily need that because what you're looking for is just, let me see if that was actually a good bet. Let's check that out again. That one is actually removing numbers too, doubles and singles. So most recent drawn. Okay, no sort. Let's see. 3 3. How often does that 3 3 hit? Yeah. I'm trying to find one that's like 3, but no, that's what I'm saying. So you can go to different years, different time periods. You go to 6 years and see what's going on. You don't think a 4 is going to hit? 4 just hit. 4 repeat. 4 does repeat. So 4 is, if you see 4 repeating a lot, then don't do that. This is playing by the reduction. You know what I mean? Here, now instead of reduction, do the other way. Okay? Do 1 year. And let's not do 1 year. I'm not going to lie, I don't normally do straight like this. Normally I'll do box because it's a lot easier to find a pattern in something. You know what I mean? Like for instance, I'll show you, like on Lottery Post, I've done, like one of my favorite ones is one of my favorite time periods is I did Minnesota, and I do box, and I do single only, and then I do all available history, and I go to last seen, and you'll notice the first digit. Look at 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. So that's a good one, right? So that's what I would do is I would just go over here, and I wouldn't collect the 79 because that's going to turn to an 80. I'd collect only what could be a 7. So I collect, like these are still a good time period. Boom, 69 through that 77. These will all still be a 7 on the front, right? Look how many numbers that is. What is that? 30 numbers, if that, 25 numbers. You don't think that when you go to last seen, March 6th, you don't think that there's going to be another 70 in the next few days? 100% there's going to be a 70 in the next few days. It's the way it works. It's nonstop. It's consistent, and it actually, you can get wins because you don't have to play all those keys. All you got to do is go over and, pick out keys that are due and sums that are due or whatever, and it's just really cool. So that's another way I do for pairs and how I convert them and get that straight win after I narrow down that box. So first I always narrow down the box, and then I get that straight win. Okay, I didn't get to the V-Tracks. I'll have to make another video for V-Tracks. And now I'm sitting here just scrolling. So I wanted to really show you something with V-Tracks. Like I just want to say that 014 A-Tracks box is going to hit. And I did notice that the 023 hit last night. I got box on that, 180 on it, because watch this. You go to previous draw. Oh, wait, it hit again. You go to previous draw. 2 days, I'm sorry, 2 days. There you go. I didn't even realize that. So that was a 023. So that's what I seen the other day is this. So I played these two, and then I filtered down, and it that's what hit. So a lot of times when they get up to this top 3, 4, if a winner doesn't come from that in a few days, it'll drop. So that's why I'm this one here I'm keeping an eye on, because like I said, it's the top one. So I'm definitely keeping an eye on it. So you can go down to A-Tracks box singles, and then you can go to numbers, and then you're gonna do most reduced numbers by options. Oh no, never mind. You're gonna do most recent drawn. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do graph by options. I like the graph on this one. And I'm gonna do descending, and then I'm gonna do whatever you want to do. You want to do 5 years? Look what's at the top. You want to do 6 years? Look what's at the top. How about 7 years? Same thing. Look at the 8 years. Same thing. Oh, let's go back down to 4 years. Same thing. 3 years. Okay, it dropped down a little bit. How about 2 years? Definitely dropped down, so it's been a little slacking. It's been slacking 1 year. But still, in the general sense, now it's at the bottom. Wow, it has not been doing so well, has it, in the last year? But it's got to come back. It is the top one in 8 years. It's the top dog, so you know it's going to come back here any day, especially now that it's yellow and we're at 72 draws out. That's pretty crazy. I'd be surprised if that gets over 75, to be honest with you. And what I like to do is I like to compare it with other things like V-Tracks and see what's going on. V-Tracks singles. One of these is going to hit here in the next couple of days for sure. And see if there's anything in here that's equal to that 014. You know what I mean? Or I'll do look at if you look at the neighbors, 145 is due. Okay, out 100 draws at 0.73. You don't think that's going to hit soon? That's going to hit, even though that isn't one of the most popular ones. And see, I have it saved over here. You can put it wherever you want, but I got the A-Tracks right here, 014. That's what it equals. So I'm not talking about the 014 number. That's just a placeholder. I'm looking at these right there. One of these is going to drop Minnesota any day now. Okay, and see, like I showed you, you can go over and look at the V-Tracks, okay, and you can see what, if any of those numbers from that 014 A-Tracks, see what they line up with. Like, what was some of the ones that were due? What was the one that was due for V-Tracks? Come on, V-Tracks. V-Tracks singles box. I get rid of the double. So 145 and 124. Let's just go look at that once and see what that shows. 145 and 124. Okay. So 145, and then you can look at the 124, and you can see what it compares with the A-Tracks. And 013's in there, 034's in there, because a lot of times they'll come back, they'll coincide with each other when they drop. So I'm going to talk more about this in depth, though, what I've been doing later. I've already up 24 minutes again. I keep saying I'm going to make 5 to 10 minute videos. I'm going to really try to do that. Sorry. So that's what I do when I convert them to straight, like I said in the video, and hopefully this helps people get wins. And I'm going to do more of this, though. I'm going to do more of this. I'm going to do more filtering on this, because you can do all kinds of filtering. I didn't even get into my stuff, because I can do my filtering too on my page. And see, on the Master Studio, you can actually do that. You can, it even has a ton more. You can do requested ones. You can do clean and dirty. You can do Daryl's, which are awesome. You can do my stuff under the Derek Project. You can do 0 to 3 keys, like you think something's due, or see what's going on in that department. Um, and then you can pick which one you want to play, or there are different options. So you can there's a lot to do. And you gotta load the numbers too, but I'll show more of that later. And yeah, I'm gonna shut this down. So hopefully this helps people get wins and shows what I'm doing. And I'll do a little bit more of the V-Track stuff I've been doing, and then I'll also do some of the Lotto odds breakdown too. So all right, and I'll try to keep these videos a lot shorter. So all right. Have a good day.